Brandon, I made a video yesterday. I was pretty sick. It's weird because I feel okay now. I had like a 102-degree fever, and yeah, I didn't feel very good. But I've made to be honest with you guys, I've made like probably 4 or 5 videos about my new knife that I received in the mail, and I haven't posted any of them because I wasn't happy with any of them. Um, so hopefully this is the final video that I'm gonna make about this freaking knife. I love it to death, but getting tired of talking about it. I mean, I'll never get tired. Well, I can't really say I'm getting tired of talking about it. I'm tired of making videos about it. So, um, load up my computer, put on some music, talk about this knife. While we're waiting, I just want to say I'm watching My Strange Addiction. This show, it cracks me up. I mean, some of it is, in the name, My Strange Addiction. There's some weird shit on there. Like the one I'm watching right now. This lady, she's probably in her 50s, I don't remember, but she's addicted to sniffing gasoline. It's weird. It's really weird. Like, she'll sit there at the gas pump, like, she'll fill her gas can, and then she'll, like, sit there and sniff her fingers and shit. It's weird. I don't get how anybody would want to do that. Like, it's weird. And then the other story on the episode is this girl's addicted to her teddy bears. She, like, puts them in strollers and dresses them up, and it's, like, 10 times worse than I make it sound. It's like she takes them everywhere, pushes them in, like, little baby swings, and it's creepy. But, I probably should have did this before I pressed record, but oh well. This is how I roll. Bedazzle your browser with a shiny new look. No thank you. I don't want to bedazzle anything. I'm not a 5-year-old girl. Okay. What do we want to listen to? Oh, we'll listen to that. That's a good song. I can't wait till tomorrow because the second episode of season 2 of Alone is coming on. I cannot wait. The first person, if you haven't seen Alone, if you missed last week's episode, the first person left already. His name, what was his name? Demetrius or something. It was this black guy. He was really cool. I actually wanted him to make it because he was like, I don't know, but one thing kind of made me think he wasn't going to make it is because he was like, he's like, man, if there's a bear, you might want to protect the bear because I'm going to, I'll be coming home like 100 pounds heavier with a bear suit on or something. I don't know, something like, and saying that it's like not going to be hard or anything, and he was the first one to leave because he completely underestimated it. So, yeah, but anyway, tomorrow, 28th, I think 8 o'clock Central Time will be on. But anyway, it's now 3 minutes into the video. Let's actually talk about what this video is about. This thing right here. K-Bar Becker BK7. First, this is going to be like your generic knife review. It ain't even really a review, it's kind of first impressions because I haven't really used it yet because I haven't had a chance to storm its ass off all week. Let's talk about the sheath. Okay, standard nylon sheath. One thing I do like about this, I did try this out. It's got this belt loop with a snap on it and Velcro because the Velcro works alright, but the snap really gives it that extra finish to help put it on a belt so easy access where you can take it off and on so you don't actually have to take your pants off, which I like. That's one thing I disliked about the sheath with my Buck 119. Anytime I wanted to go out into the woods, I'd strap it to my waist, and then when I'm done, I have to take it off. So it's got that. It's got the Molly webbing in the back. It's got this pouch in here. It's got a little forward sheath that if you want to piggyback. I think there was a little, I think the BK13 Remora, I think that's what it was, that you actually would receive free with the knife, but I didn't receive that. But it's a little, I don't really care, honestly. Little pouch, I keep a field sharpener in there. And then it's got these little eyelets here for like if you want to strap it to your leg and stuff. It's got this, that's just, with the webbing and all that, if you want to strap it to your bag or strap like a pack on there or something. I've actually seen a video where somebody did that, it was pretty cool. Alright, now let's talk about the beautiful knife. Okay. Here it is. So you know it's not a knockoff. It's got the trademark logo and then the BK7 on the back. I just, only thing I've really done to it is I tightened down the screws because they weren't very tight when I received it. The scales weren't wiggly, but I didn't want to take a chance because I heard that, when you go, like, chopping and stuff with it, that, these have a tendency to loosen. I also heard about a pretty good remedy that I'm going to eventually do, if this doesn't hold up. I'm going to get some Loctite, which you can get at any, hardware store, Walmart, and buy it. It's just like this little gluey type stuff that you put in there that locks the bolt in place. And then I put the grip tape on here. Then I made a little paracord lanyard, just regular, knot, like over knot that you learn when you're like 5, and I melted the ends together. So the knife itself, the blade is 7 inches. The whole knife, including the tang, is a little over 12 inches, I believe. I've heard so many different specs on how thick the spine is. I'm just going to go with 3/16 because that's what I heard the most of. Like, literally, I've heard tons of different specs on that, so.
I'm at the doctor's office today, and I'm anxious and nervous.
Coffee's starting to get a little lukewarm, so it gets harder to swallow when, I don't know, I'm weird.
My understanding is that there
Okay, anyway, so yeah, spine, I think, is around 3/16. It's got this, swedge on here, which I guess if you wanted, you could sharpen it. I wouldn't, just because I see no purpose in it. I look at this for more batoning than, so, if it's like razor sharp, like your actual, edge, when you're sitting there batoning with it, you're gonna fucking chop your baton in half. So, that kind of takes away from the knife, if you ask me, personally. So I wouldn't do that, but it's all preference. It's, this is my knife. It's, mine, it's just what I want to do with it. So anyway, it's got this little thumb ramp with jimping in it. A lot of people have complained about this, I've seen on reviews. I won't know 100% sure until I actually use it. I have used it. I got like a little tent peg I made in my room. I tried the little thumb ramp, like for thumb drive type of thing, and I don't see any issues with it. I could imagine your finger might getting a little blistered after a while, but, who cares? That's kind of good if you think about it. You're using your hands. You're working with your hands, so that's kind of a good thing. You don't need to be little prissy, little, wimps who are afraid of blisters and calluses on their hands. I will do a paper test. Once again, I forgot every single video I made about this knife. I was going to do a paper test, and I completely always forget to get the paper before the video. So I'm going to go get a piece of paper so we can do the paper test. So just bear with me. Set that down. And we'll get into what the steel is when I get back. Okay, this is regular computer paper. It came out of the box pretty sharp. Okay, now it's not going to want to work for me. Give me a minute. Okay, you can see it's pretty sharp. It could be my technique. It worked perfectly fine for me the other day, so sorry. Motherfucker. Okay. You've seen, it's pretty sharp. I did already, I was like whittling a stick, so maybe that did something to it. I don't know. I would hope not, because this is supposed to hold a pretty good edge. Let's try it one more time, because I'm just not happy with that. Really? Alright. Epic fail. Okay, well, anyway, it is sharp. Man. Okay, anyway, moving on from that fail. It's got an exposed pommel, so if you want to bash, use it as a hammer. That's pretty cool. I like that. Steel, 1095 Provan. Pretty good steel, I've heard. Only thing is, if you strip this epoxy black coating that comes with the knife, comes on the knife, if you live in more humid areas, or pretty much anywhere, I mean, it will rust up if you don't keep the blade oiled. So, I mean, I got this knife, let's see, today is Wednesday. I got it the 25th, and it's the 27th, so, I made an unboxing video, but, it looked like someone with Parkinson's was filming it, because, like, it was so bad, like, I was shaking so bad, because I was trying to open it with my buck knife while I was filming it, when I should have just put the camera like I normally do and did it, like, right in front of it, but I'm an idiot, so... And I wasn't about to tape the box back up and just do that, so. Okay, there we go. So it's pretty sharp. I like the knife in general. It's a badass knife. It's a fixed blade. It's considered a combat utility blade, knife, whatever. Which, unless you're, like, out, you know, over, because a lot of branches of military carry this blade, so, I mean, unless you're, like, over in, like, Afghanistan or Syria, like, fighting ISIS or something, I don't really necessarily see a point where you're going to be using this for combat, unless you're, like, in your house and someone breaks in or something, and you don't have a firearm, then you might actually have to use it as a weapon, but... Most of us won't really have to worry about that, because where I live, I can't openly carry this around with me, but I wish I could, just because it's badass, and I love it. I wish I could carry this thing with me everywhere, but I can't do that, and if I was to do it, I get pulled over, they would probably confiscate it, which would not make me a happy person, because I just got this thing. I paid, overall, with the 2-day shipping, around $95 for the entire, you know, thing. The knife itself was like round off to about, probably, I don't know, with tax, probably about $81 off of Amazon, and the 2-day shipping was like almost $15. So, but it was worth it to me, because I didn't want to wait, because I probably still wouldn't have the knife if I wouldn't have did 2-day shipping, because it's standard shipping. It's like 5 to 8 business days, and I ordered it on a Saturday, so I'd probably have it Friday or Monday. So, or Saturday, because we do receive mail on Saturday. But, I love the knife. Last night I actually had it, I was in my house, and I was literally walking around with it strapped to my my waist while I was doing chores, just because I wanted to, because I can, because, you know, I can do what I want, you know, so, yeah, it's pretty badass. I don't know what, I see a lot of people put lanyards on there, and it's mainly, so, I mean, you can have, like, I made mine too small. I mean, you could still use it, but I actually didn't really make it for that purpose. I literally just made it because I think it looks neat. That's the only reason I did that. Why isn't this loading? I'm going to charge this. See, my computer, I got to get a new computer battery, a laptop battery, because this laptop literally lasts like 45 minutes fully charged. And some idiot, like, told me that laptop, I bet all laptops only last, like, 45 minutes on a full charge, and that's bullshit, because, like, my parents have 2 laptops. Both their laptops last around 3 or 4 hours on a full charge, with, continuous use. So, I know that's a bunch of bullshit. And the guy that I got my computer redone because I crashed the old hard drive, how I did that was, I had just gotten the computer, and I tried to download Mozilla Firefox, which is just a web browser. And, somebody put up a fake Mozilla site, and I didn't make sure it was, you know, authentic, and I downloaded, a contaminated file. It ended up having spyware on it, so it crashed my hard drive, so I had to send it off and get, to this local place in our town, and he fixed it for, like, put a brand new 500 gigabyte hard drive in it for, like, $50, so I was pretty happy about that. And he put Mozilla Firefox on it, and he put a free, antivirus software on there, and what is it? Give me a minute. Avast. I was kind of, you know, leery about it at first, but this thing's caught quite a few, infected files, and I haven't got any viruses. I've had this now. I've had it fixed for about a little over probably 8 or 9 months, and I've had a couple times where I've gotten viruses, but the software's caught every single one of them, and I just deleted them off, and it was perfectly fine. So I would recommend Avast. He also likes to put my little cousin. She got a computer for Christmas and got it from the same place. He put Microsoft Security Essentials on there. Now, see, I had that for a while when I had my desktop a long time ago, and it didn't catch a virus. It could have just been a fluke where it just got past it, but ever since then, it's kind of gave me a bad taste in my mouth about Microsoft Security Essentials. So, Avast, I don't know, seems to work fine. But anyway, this doesn't even matter. It's not even about that, the video. So, first impressions, I like the way it feels. Believe it or not, you wouldn't think tape weighs that much, but now that I put the tape on there, it actually feels a little more balanced. Because before, I mean, it still is a little bit, but before, it was a little forward heavy. I can still feel that, but I kind of think that is an advantage, because think of this. Well, say you're in the woods. It's a sunny day, 72 degrees, you know, beautiful day. Wonderful weather to be out in the woods. Had to set the scene for you. You're sitting there chopping wood. It's forward headed. That gives you more momentum. You know, you want momentum when you're trying to chop through something. That's, you know, why, like, a big axe is really good for chopping. Other than the fact it's, you know, an axe. Whenever you take it over your head and swing down, see what I do when I swing an axe? I start like this, and when I bring it up, I slide my hands together and then come down really hard. And I've been chopping wood for years. My dad taught me how to do it, and I can pretty much hit it every single time. So, but this isn't about my chopping skills. Back to the knife. So yeah, it's a little forward heavy, but I kind of see that as a good thing because, like I said, it gives you good momentum. So I like it. You know, it's 7 o'clock. There's probably about an hour of daylight left. I might go out and do some shit with it. I don't know. But I will come at you with an actual review of the knife, how it performs, because, you know, there's tons of reviews about this knife on the internet, but, I want to see myself how this thing performs. I'm anticipating it to perform well. I mean, I haven't heard one bad thing about this. Oh, I've heard literally one bad thing about this knife, saying that the sheath that it comes with de-sharpens the blade. Don't know if that's even true, but that's literally the only thing I've heard about this knife that's being, you know, on the negative side. Excuse me. So this thing supposedly, is, like, fucking indestructible unless you're, like, a complete idiot and, like, fucking, like, crying shit. You know, this thing should be pretty good. But, I like it. One more thing about the sheath. Hold on. I'm in a rap mood today. You ever happen to you wake up and you're like in a different kind of music mood every day? Because I listen to a lot of music, and, you know, like, I'll be listening to rap 1 minute, rock 1 minute, next thing I'm listening to country. It's just, I don't know, I'm well versed. Anyway, what I was going to say, I don't really like this retention strap, because the thing, it's almost like they didn't make it long enough, and this, you know, one could argue that it's the tape that made it like that, but no, this thing, I had this issue from literally the first time I actually put it in the sheath, because it didn't come in the sheath. It came with this, like, cardboard paper type stuff on the blade, and the sheath was next to it, along with some little airbag things to, I guess, protect it. So almost it's like it's not long enough. You have to literally, like, really try to get it, and I just got it snapped, but you actually have to use a little bit of effort. So that's kind of a pain in the ass. Because if you have it on your side and you're trying to re-snap it, I've tried it, it's a pain in the ass. I don't know if it's just a defect in my sheath. And another thing about the sheath, other than these two things, I don't mind the sheath. I will eventually get Kydex, but right now I'm not worried about it. I got the knife, I'm happy. But this retention strap is the only thing holding this knife in place. Pretty much any review you watch will tell you that. Like, I'm not gonna, like, drop it, but, like, look. That's the only thing holding it in place. like where if it were Kydex, you know, it's got a tight fit, you can literally shake it and it won't come out. So I wish it was more like that. And the sheath is pretty long. I mean, it's got quite a few inches more than the actual blade length, so that's kind of annoying, you know, but the knife itself is amazing. So anyway, I'm gonna end this video. It's like 20 minutes long, but yeah, my first impressions of the knife, I love it. I'm not comfortable saying I recommend it yet because I haven't used it, but if you're not sold, I'm not really trying to sell you the knife, because personally I could care less if you buy it or not. I'm just saying I mean, it looks beautiful, but you know, artwork and actual use is two different things. But I've heard nothing but good things about this, so I could pretty much say that I could recommend this knife, but until I actually use it myself, I don't know. But I mean, watch any other video, handful videos, you're gonna be sold on the knife. Not even by even watching this video, just because this knife will take a ton of abuse. And it's, you know, it says it's not designed for all this stuff, but that's what people really use it for. I'm not really necessarily comfortable with batoning because that is really hard on a knife, so I probably will limit my batoning. Not saying I won't do it, but I will limit it because I'm not real comfortable with it. But this one came with a limited lifetime warranty. Now, how redundant does that sound? So, basically what that means is there's just a bunch of lists. There's a list of stuff on this little thing that says what it can be returned for. Like, they will not fix it if for blade neglect, improper use, and there's a bunch of lists for stuff with improper use. So basically, other than the fact of looking at it, they won't return it. So the warranty's kind of a joke. So if you break it, you're probably going to have to pay some money to get it fixed, because chances are if you break it, you're doing something improper with it, because this is a very durable knife. So the warranty, in my eyes, my opinion, is kind of a joke. But, you know, other than that, it comes with this little booklet. I don't have it handy. It's about the legend of K-Bar. Tells you how the name got it, how it got its name, and all that. It's pretty cool. I mean, look it up. I would read it to you, but I don't have it. But yeah, first impressions, I love the knife. Anyway, this has been Brandon. Peace.